Do not care what the others think about you. So many times we're so attached to what this person thinks, to what that person thinks. But the reality is that it really doesn't matter. Sure, we have friends and we have loved ones, and we do care about their opinion because they care for us and they're people that we trust. But these things only have a relative importance, meaning that they're important only up to a certain point or to a certain degree. Because what we think of ourselves and what we know about ourselves is much more important. If someone thinks that we're bad or stupid or any kind of negative adjective, and we know we're really not, why do we give so much importance to things that are nonsensical? But sure, we also want to have this great reality or focus in on reality that if we have a defect or a problem and everybody notices it, we need to face up to it and say, yes, I have a problem, and then you move on. But for so many different areas in our lives, we shouldn't really care what the others think. It only throws us off. It's a little bit like a drug, right? It's like a drug can distort your thinking and your mind and your physical health, so many different things. And you don't want to let that poison, those negative things that people say to us, let it sink in and go to our heart, because we have this psychosomatic connection. We're, body and spirit. So sure, we wouldn't let poison in to our body, obviously, because we're going to get sick or even die. Now, we also don't want to let the negative things to sink in our mind, because that is going to poison us as well. There's that expression that says, don't let your successes go to your head, nor your failures go to your heart. Because we need to take care of both our body and our mind. So it is super, super important. Now, why do we care so much about what the others think? Is because we have this great hole in our heart. Our heart is constantly looking to be fed, constantly needs attention, constantly needs to check to see if we're loved, and that is the deepest part inside of us. So that's why we care so much about what the others think. We want to look good. Sometimes there's a bit of vanity or pride, or sometimes we have a little bit of that system of feedback saying, oh, I want to be sure that what I'm doing is okay. And it's part of our human nature to love and to be loved. So we do need to care about what the others think, but only to a certain degree, not to the point that it's manipulating our lives. Because think about it. Could you imagine someone telling you that you're a genius and you're really not? That could be a form of manipulation. But also someone tells you that you're an idiot and you're really not. That's also another form of manipulation. So when other people tell us different things, one is that do not let yourself be attacked by flattery, and don't let yourself be, swallowed up with negativity, if someone insults you. So you need to be careful about both sides. One, the compliments could be fake or they could be real. You have to discern that. And sometimes the insults could be because someone wants to attack you, and sometimes because they want to help you, but they should never be insulting, obviously. So the next time that we think, too much, way too much about what the others think, I am going to make a change in my life. I am going to live my life, not the other people. And it's not about being selfish, but it's about taking care of yourself so that you can take care of others, and so that the world around you can be lit up. Because you get so caught up in nonsensical things that you hear from the outside, then you're never going to grow, you're never going to learn, and you're just going to be caught up in a web. And not being able to get out is a horrible thing. And it's tough. It's tough because we do want people to like us, and we do want this affirmation, but let us seek it out, not in a negative way, but in a positive light. And we need to have this positive self-esteem, not to the point where we think that we're better than the others, but also to not put ourselves down. There was this great quote that I've heard that says, humility isn't thinking less of yourself, but less about yourself. So whenever people try to manipulate us, let us put a stop, not by telling them to stop, although sometimes we may need to, but mentally, spiritually thinking, I won't let this affect my heart. I'm going to move forward and I won't be afraid. And fear is also a major factor, and that's probably for another time. But right now, let's focus in on that positive self-love, that positive self-esteem. When someone is not with us, someone's trying to bring us down, don't let us to be brought down, because that's what they want. There was that expression that says, hurt people hurt other people, and it makes sense. If someone is hurting, they're not with it, and they're going to try to hurt someone else. And someone who is joyful, sometimes the joy just spills over, and they want to help us out. So looping back, we do not want to let other people manipulate us by what they think about us. Go deep inside our hearts. Let's go deep inside our hearts and say, I'm going to move forward despite all the obstacles. And keep saying it to yourself over and over again. Become it. Live it. Thank you.